India is aspiring to be a $10 trillion economy by 2032. That means adding $1 trillion to its GDP every passing year from now until 2032. Now, this looks really ambitious. If anybody looks at the construct of an economy, there is a demand side and there is a supply side. And India is sitting at a very sweet spot currently, given their demographic situation, growing and developing infrastructure, and their hungry youth population. There is no brainer that talent is at the heart of every growth story. Just looking at our neighbor country, China, which was almost the same size of GDP in early 80s as India was. But today, China is almost 4.5 times of Indian economy and their per capita income is very, very high. Now let's dig little deeper at their workforce. Now China has more than 565 million Chinese working in the formal sector as compared to 365 million in India. And out of 565 million Chinese workers, almost 294 million are women. So that is more than 50% of the working population in China in the formal sector are women as compared to India's 15% women participation in their total workforce. So there is a urgent need for India to grow their women participation in the total workforce. There are a lot of companies are already running diversity and inclusion programs in their companies for many years now, and few of them have achieved more than 20% diversity, and few have achieved 30%, and really few admirable ones have also crossed 40, and very few companies have 50% diversity ratio, which is the decent progress being made over the last few years. But to achieve $10 trillion economy dream, we really need to have very inclusive growth. That brings the states in India which have low GDP like West Bengal, Assam, Mizoram, Odisha, Bihar, UP, J&K. Now these states have most of their women participation in the agriculture sector and not in the formal sector. How about India in going to these states which have low GDPs and hire more and more women for much more inclusive growth? Our aspiration should not be at a company level to increase our diversity, but we should be gunning for more than 50% women participation in the formal sector in India as we achieve our dream GDP of $10 trillion by 2032. And that will really help India achieve its Amrit Kal when we celebrate our 100th Independence Day in 2047.